Okay, I'm going to keep at the 1960 Impala today. You can see we've got this side roughed in and in the very first coat of primer. I'm going to start on the other side. The other side is a slightly different repair, so I'm going to make a new pattern because I'm going to go right to the back. And anyway, I need a slightly bigger piece for the other side for reasons which will become apparent. Nice thing about this job is now I have an actual panel to take my measurements from, whereas the other side I had to kind of imagine what it was going to look like, or this side rather. So now that we have a very nicely fitting piece here, not going up this far, but this is just a good datum. Use the bottom of that body line. Okay, my goal with all this stuff is to always try to do better than the previous time. I am, despite what some of you very generous people think, an amateur at this. And so I'm always trying to figure how can I make these pieces better. And since the only real stretching is here, what we're going to do is I'm going to nail down the rest of this. And then we're going to see how the paper behaves, and we're going to use that to help us figure out what we have to stretch and shrink. And once you get able to do something, the trick I think is to be able to do the same job in less time. So I'm going to carry on. I'll tape this all up and then we'll have a quick look at it. Pretty straightforward. Everything back here is very, very basic. The only thing is to get this flare. And what does it want to do, right? Let's draw the body line first, or the edge of the visible panel. And there's this here. I think that you would just shrink this whole thing, but in fact it goes from shrunk to stretched as we go up here. So I'm going to have to figure this out here. The problem I've been having with these panels is that when I'm finished, it wants to curl in at the front. And so today I want to try and figure out how I can not have that happening. So I'm going to try like this, and we're going to see what happens. So what we've got now is a piece that is actually conforming to the body, but is not actually taped to it. So that means that whatever we've done here has altered the shape of the paper enough that if we were to copy that, we should have something that will just stick to the car, as it were. So I'm going to call that a pattern. We're going to draw over top of it again. There we go. And Frankers is barking at something. Let's go see what she wants. What's going on?
Oh,
trespassers.
At me. Yeah,
Trespassers.
Oh, yeah. That was your alarm system.
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, she's better than any alarm.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Missy. Yeah.
Oh, good girl. So, you working on this today?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, everything's good?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Bun's just out getting some clothes and some groceries and shit.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all.
That, you know, on a day like today, you don't mind doing that kind of shit, eh?
This is how she's gonna go now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll continue on.
Right on, good seeing you.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Okay, yeah, spin by anytime.
Oh. I can't handle this cold anymore.
Yeah, well, that's the same every year.
Yeah.
We all still live here.
Yeah.
You could have moved away years ago.
Should have. And should have.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah.
Good. Come here. There, with very little effort to get something close. Let's see how it turns into metal. See how that wants to sit on there. Pretty nice. And it wants to curl under, of course, which we want, yeah. This is where the little outcropping by the bumper is. Well, we'll get to that on the weekend here, but I'm getting a little ahead of the game for this short video today, and this is something that that we can make a little headway on. The most important thing is to not make the same side twice. So ask me how I know. Now we need an appropriate smashing thing, which of course I don't have. Maybe it's next door. Well, let's make the flare. Now we need to get the profile from the side of the car. So we're gonna go do that. We've got our very first bit of the flare in there. Now what's happening is, of course, this needs to get a little longer because what it's gonna do is put a big hollow in it here, and it's wanting to curl that way. So we're gonna stretch this area of the flare ever so slightly, and I think this might have been where I was going wrong before, is I was just stretching the hell out of this area here, and probably could have done a lot less. So we're gonna just stretch it on whatever, just stretch it on something, I guess. I didn't feel like doing it by hand. I have this cheap hammer here, so we'll use that. Got a linear stretch die on there, which is only going to stretch it that way, we think. A little bit more in here. This is no longer going like this. We also need to really stretch this edge, because once we fold that in, this edge has to get longer. So we're going to be, we might do that on the kick stretcher because it doesn't really, it's way faster and well, it's faster. It's good enough for me. Anyway, you get the idea. Check it in a minute. Got a reasonable flare kind of going there, I guess, sort of. So I'm going to put the other welding flange return on it here. And let's see how that goes. Not really much magic here. Okay, simple enough to get it started. Now we can see the beginnings of what it should look like when we're finished. And this is staying nice and true now. So I'm already happier with this one than I was with the other side. And we're not anywhere close to finished. But see our profile here. Good, it's looking good so far. I think at this point I'm going to put this in the vise and I'm just going to hammer that line in it a little tighter, and then we'll start to see if we need to fine tune it with the shrinker stretcher here. You see there's a big extra lump here, but I've got shrink written right there, so I'm not too worried about that. Got this hammer when I was 14. It's one of the only things that I haven't lost. That's a terrible dolly. Let's get a better dolly. Flare and welding return. It's all looking pretty decent. Sometimes it's easier to see on the inside. So now we got this big lump here. That's where it says shrink. So good. What I'm going to do is set up the shrinker, and we're going to get a profile of the body on the finished side of the car from there to there, and we're going to start shrinking and bending this until we match that profile on the other side. And that's how we're going to do it. Okay, taken from the finished side. And that shows what we have to, can we see that? Yeah, so we can see that we've got quite a ways to go there. Some of that will curl in when we start shrinking here, and some of it we're going to just have to push into it somehow. but that's roughly where we got to be. So we're, you know, quite a ways off. So there is roughly what we're trying to do. Okay, we got to get the shape in this thing because that's not going to go well. So, I don't even know what to do now, honestly. We've got to get the radius in it this way because it's just putting it in this way. So, let's push on something, see what happens. Brief search out in the ring. We've got log, and this is log's buddy pipe, and log and pipe probably do something. Anyway, that's starting to work. So it's important that we keep this line straight here. I'll play with it for a few minutes and then we'll try fitting it up against the car. All right. There's as far as we're going to get today. I don't hate it, so that's okay. We've got the basic flare in it, and we've got the, it's kind of hard to see, can we see it? I don't know, can't tell, but we've got the profile from the other side, and we've got the flare roughed in, and that's the worst of it. Now we've got to build the back of it here, but we're just simply out of time today. If you're watching this video, it's literally whatever I was doing an hour ago. So I'm going to run inside and edit it, and see you guys on the weekend for more of the regular
same old shit.